Very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in for this special edition of After the Storm. This is a special edition of a program to bring you behind the scenes of Brevard College athletics and let you get to interact with some of our student athletes. This is coming the day after the BESPYs Awards, which is an annual athletics award event at Brevard College. And last night, a virtual format for that award ceremony. And today we'll be celebrating some of the biggest achievements of the 2019-2020 season at Brevard College athletics. And we're going to start with a focus on men's soccer, who had an outstanding year, a trip to the ECAC championship, a regular season winning record for the first time in 11 years of playing NCAA foes. And we're joined today by three members of that men's soccer team that had such a successful season. Patrick Hall, senior goalkeeper from Pikeville, North Carolina. How are you, Patrick?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Doing great, thank you. Also, Matheus Masukawa, the senior from Sao Paulo, Brazil. How are you today, Matheus?
I'm good, thanks.
Good to see you. And also JP Suarti, also from Brazil, the junior forward. JP, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. Well, glad you guys are able to join us on this, unique format, during these unusual times, but we're able to use technology to our advantage and have this program today. And before we get started on reviewing the fall 2019 season, do just want to catch up with each of you, kind of how you're dealing with things during these unusual times. And also, Brevard College, of course, like so many schools around the country, going to online classes, how that's going for you. Patrick, a graduating senior this spring, we'll start with you.
Yeah, so definitely it's been a change going to online classes. I haven't found it too terrible so far. It's like all the teachers have done really well to find their teaching methods on the online scale. And it's hasn't been too bad. I've really just been trying to focus on the transition, and it really hasn't changed other than obviously being in the classroom and having the face-to-face communication. But we're doing the best that we can, and it hasn't been a terrible thing that's happened so far throughout this unfortunate time.
And Matheus, how about yourself? Everything going well technology-wise and able to keep up with the online classes?
Yeah, it's definitely crazy times, and I think I would rather be in class. However, I think it's going well. Professors are doing their max to try to keep up with the students and stuff. So I think it's going well.
Great. And JP, has the soccer team been staying in touch with each other, using technology, and you guys just kind of staying on the same page?
We are always trying to keep in touch, but it's kind of crazy time, as Patrick said, in Masukawa, but we are trying our best to keep in touch and pass this time away.
Very good. Patrick, congratulations. You're about to graduate from Brevard College. Do want to let folks know what your intentions are from here, what your plans are. I know you're looking to get into the sports business, and you've worked hand in hand with our Office of Sports Information at Brevard College. Can you tell folks a little more what you got planned after graduation?
Yeah, so right after graduation, I'm going to enroll in the online sports management program through the University of Florida. And that's as much as I could say so far. I have some other big plans happening that hopefully everybody will find out in the near future. So yeah, I try to have some drama in this as well, I guess.
Well, congratulations
Thank you.
on your upcoming graduation, and congratulations on being admitted to that master's program at University of Florida. Outstanding work there. Now, Matheus, we are breaking some news for many of members of our audience on today's show. Listed as a senior on the current roster. However, one more year of eligibility. You're going to be coming back to play one more season for the Brevard College Tornadoes, and then you're set to graduate in December from Brevard College. Matheus, can you let folks know a little more kind of what you have planned up ahead?
Yeah, so right after the season, I had some conversations with coach, and we mean, I decided to come back for one more semester and play my last year of eligibility here in Brevard, and just be a part-time student also, and just I don't know, just have fun. Just try to have as much fun as possible playing soccer with the guys.
Well, it's
Yeah.
exciting news, for those who may not recall. Last fall, Matheus broke the school career records in goals and points. Also was named second team All-State by the NCCSIA. Patrick Hall, by the way, second team All-USA South Conference. Congratulations on that, Patrick. JP, pretty big news for the team that, the all-time leading scorer of Brevard College is coming back for one more season.
Yes, I'm really happy. I have been talking with him a lot, and when he told me that he is coming back, I was really happy, and it will be really really good for me in my last year play with him.
Great. And JP, if you can tell folks a little more about your background. This was your first season this past year with Brevard College. Can you tell folks a little bit about your journey, how you came to Brevard, and also how this season's been for you?
Well, when I came here, I was playing JUCO. So when I came here, it was kind of not easy as JUCO season was. So I just feel it some games like tough, and was nice to come here. To be honest, I'm like feeling home here. I really love that place, and I will just want to play here one more year and win with those guys.
Outstanding. Well, you guys have a lot of momentum, certainly coming off that ECAC trip last year in the regular season. And now one of your teammates has chimed in. And Patrick, we'll let you carry this one. What was your most exciting or best save of the season?
I'm going to have to bring it back to the big Maryville game, the 5-0 game. Thanks, Vinny, for the question. But it's probably the one. It was like kind of a scramble on top of the 18. Then the Maryville played a ball through, and I made a 1v1 save against their striker. And then it popped back out, and then actually Chavi, another senior who's graduating, the guy from Maryville shot it, and he cleared off the line with his head, and then it went to another Scott, and they shot it, and then I just made a extension save down up to my right and held it, which was really good and kind of calmed down the situation. It was a big motivation thing for the team and for the time. It was great to keep that clean sheet that game as well.
Yeah, let's stick with that game as we'll kind of dig into our review of the 2019 season with you all. Defending USA South Conference champion Maryville comes to Ives Lamel Family Field and to take on the Tornadoes. And the Tornadoes are able to defeat Maryville 5-0. And what's even more remarkable is the majority of that contest was played a man down by the Tornadoes. So the Tornadoes playing with 10 players, Maryville with 11, but the Tornadoes knock off the defending USA South Conference champions 5-0. Just an amazing victory, an electric night at Ives Lamel Family Field. The place was absolutely rocking that night. Patrick described the game from his perspective, protecting that net. But Matheus and JP, what do you guys remember about that Maryville win?
That was definitely a good night. Like a lot of people came to the field to support us, and we were really excited for the game and very pumped to see if we could have a good performance. And we end up having a amazing game. We could like defend well, attack well, and even with a man down, I think we did absolutely incredible job. And everybody in the team that night made a really good job, and I think that night was really remarkable.
Yeah, for me it was crazy because my first year here playing, Patrick and Matheus, everybody from the team was talking about them. And for me, I just want to win against them. And I was thinking about winning like 2-1 or 3-1, but 5-0 was crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, I want you guys to think forward. There was another game that followed immediately after that Maryville game. It was an overtime win over Pfeiffer. And Eric Lenhart scored the golden goal with a header in that game. Can you guys reflect back on that Pfeiffer win? Do you guys remember that one?
Oh yeah, I go ahead. It was like a rainy Tuesday night or something like that. It was a rainy night, and it was starting to get colder and all of that, so it was kind of like a nasty night. And I think we scored first. So Matheus scored a penalty, and then they scored. And then we went into overtime. We really pretty much dominated that game. I think they only had a few shots, but Eric came up big for us this season as a center back who pretty much led our team from the back in defending as well as scoring. He scored a couple big goals for us this season, and that one was probably his biggest. Pushed us past Pfeiffer, who really got under our skin from the season before, having a loss at their house and coming back here. It was a big win.
Then a couple games later at William Peace, and I do another 1-goal game, a 1-0 win for the Tornadoes. And if my memory serves correct, JP Suarti with the game winner in that game, and also your first goal in a Tornado uniform. JP, can you recall that goal in specific and break that one down for us?
Yes, it was raining day, and the other team was really fast. So we were like, it was a tough game, and I just saw the ball coming. I think Lucas tried to pass, but he missed it, and I just get the ball 1v1, and I just finished. And I was really happy getting my first goal as a BC player.
Yeah, Matheus, do you recall that one as well? And I know you guys get a lot of joy out of seeing your teammates find the back of the net. Do you remember JP's goal there?
Oh
yeah. That's a really good goal.
Or after he scored, he just let out one of the biggest screams. I could tell he was relieved from that, and it was a big goal for us for the season.
Now we've got women's soccer at Brevard College coming here, and this will be a question for all three of you. You each have a chance to answer this one. I guess you can go a lot of directions here, depending on what league you want to focus on. But from Erica Zuffrey of the Brevard College women's soccer team, who was your favorite soccer player and why? We'll start with you, Patrick.
All right, so I'm gonna kind of throw it back over to England. My favorite goalkeeper was, or I guess you could still say is, as he's not really playing much anymore, but Joe Hart. He was England international and played for Manchester City. He left there about 5 years ago, but was really in his prime about 10 years ago. And he really made, whenever I first started getting serious about soccer, just watching him and trying to develop my game to be like him really made me grow as a player, I think. On and off the field, really.
Matheus, you got a favorite all-time player?
Yeah. I used to like whenever he was playing, but it was my favorite player definitely is Kaká, the Brazilian. He was definitely remarkable. I used to watch him a lot and support him everywhere he went. And also I was really fan that we would always buy the same cleats he was wearing, and I think that's my biggest soccer player.
Well, for me, there's many players that I like, but for now it's Neymar because he's from the same city as me, so I don't know, he's really good. Everybody knows what he can do with the ball, and I really love him.
Very good. Great answers all the way around. Well, we talked about that 1-0 win at William Peace. That was followed by a 1-1 tie versus Averett, and then a 3-2 win versus Mary Baldwin, where Vinny, who was on the show on the chat a little earlier, scored 2 goals in that one. Do you guys remember that Mary Baldwin 3-2 win?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a tough one. We've never played them before, and they're like new to the USA South Conference as well. Like I think they're 1 year younger than us in the conference, but we got down early in the game, thinking like the first 5 minutes, it felt like they scored, and then I don't remember who scored the first for us, but I know Vinny scored the last two. No, Vinny scored the first 2, and then Lucas scored the third.
And then Luca Campos, yep.
Yeah, and it was a tough game because it was very back and forth. It seemed like really open, going back and forth, goal to goal, and yeah, that's what I remember of it. You guys have anything to put into that?
No, like in our conference, there is no easy games because even if you are in the first and or even in the last, it's like you always have to play hard because it's always tough game. So it was a really hard game.
Especially because that game was on a Sunday, and the Saturday we had the game against Everett, and it was raining. It was double overtime, and our legs on that Sunday were definitely dead. At least mine. I'm sure the other guys do, and it was very lucky that we got the last goal in the last 5 minutes, because otherwise, I don't know what would happen.
And then coming down the stretch of the season, there was a pretty high degree of pressure on you guys to finish over 500 so you could qualify for the ECAC championships. That was sort of the minimum that, kind of the bar is that you got to, reach the 500 mark. And meanwhile, you've got games remaining against Berea and Huntington, almost must win type situations. Do you kind of remember that? And, the message that, Coach L and Coach Juan Jr. may have passed on to you at that point of the season, as far as, hey guys, it's make or break at this point?
Yeah, I remember they're lower than us in the conference rating or seedings, but the season before that, we lost to Huntington, I remember, in a PK in overtime, and then we beat Berea in overtime the year before. So they weren't anything to look over, even though we had a better record. We've been playing better than them before, and luckily we had a good crowd come out at home against Berea on senior night or senior day, and we won that game with Matheus having a great goal. I remember that from like 25 yards out. And then Huntington, I think it was the day after. I believe so.
Yeah, was, very next day after.
And we came out and we're like, we have to win this game, or we're not going to go to the ECAC playoffs. And we're just really focused in the locker room through warm-ups and everything. And you came out big, 1-5-0. It was nice to get some players that didn't really get as much playing time in the season during the season to get in on the field and have some fun. And it was just a fun game, and it really brought us as a family going into the ECAC.
Yeah, and Matheus with 2 more goals in that game against Huntington, and JP with a goal as well in that Huntington win. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. Like, I remember you guys just having a blast in that Huntington game. JP and Matheus, I see you nodding your head.
Yeah, those 2 games were definitely fun because it was kind of like the 2 last games in the season, and I know that we focus on having fun, because having fun, we knew we could play better, and we just had fun. We could score, we could pass. I think that weekend was really good for us.
Yeah, I think it was not easy games, but we, like, our team was better, so we make this easier for us, playing hard, and I think the last game after 10 minutes was like 2-0, or I don't know, but like we made this easier for us, so it was nice.
Yeah, just a great way to finish off the year, and also the last day of the senior class that Patrick was a part of, and do want to celebrate those seniors: Matthew Brethen, Eric Lenhart, Chavi Marijuana, Matheus. Even though you are coming back for one more fall, you were honored that afternoon. Jackson Riddle and Alex Tenhai. Patrick, the brotherhood of that senior class. You guys have been through a lot, but finished on a real high note this past season. Any message to your fellow seniors, and if you can reflect back how special that senior day was?
Yeah, I'm just really appreciative to how much of a family we are. Just sticking together these 4 years. I think we've had 4 different coaches, if not more than that, between assistant coaches. But yeah, just sticking together, we've really become a close family, and I really tried to invite the underclassmen, and I feel like we've done a good job keeping the underclassmen in our family as well, and having the networking of the alumni that after we graduate, still going to come in and check in on the underclassmen, make sure that they're doing all right if they need anything. And yeah, I'm really appreciative of the guys that stuck around with us. I know we came in with a pretty big class our freshman year, and as it dwindled down to the really solid core that we have now is a great thing.
And when I see names like Brethen, Lenhart, and Riddle, I can't help but think of the Tornadoes defense. And a lot of those guys, don't get all the accolades, and don't have all the goal scoring numbers that the guys up front do. But can you talk about the Tornado defense? Matheus and JP, we'll start with you guys, and just how exceptional this group was this past year.
The defense this year was really solid. Definitely, we always trusted them that they could do a good work, and we could actually, and not only on defense, honestly, because in attacking also they were really helpful for us, and I think without them the season would be completely different.
Yeah, for me they were the best duo in the conference. They were helping us in like both sides of the field, and which helped us a lot with many goals and big saves for us as well.
Well, appreciate how active your teammate Vinny Giannichini has been on the chat box, but he's got a question for you, Matheus. How do you score so many goals as the all-time goal leader here at Brevard College, and are you excited about the potential of perhaps even an All-American nod next season?
Starting with the goals, I think I wouldn't score if it wasn't my teammates. So I think we should honestly just put everything for them, because they do. If without them I wouldn't score. I wouldn't have the opportunity to score. And the All-American would be nice, to be honest. I'm working hard. I will work hard this summer. So mainly because I want to want to have a great season with the team, and I want to help them to reach our goal, which is qualifying to the USA South postseason, and hopefully we can get through all the games and hopefully maybe the All-American, but focusing on the season.
Well, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Matheus, because some folks may not be completely aware, but Brevard College Athletics was able to receive a waiver to actually bypass its last year of the process, entering Division III play full-time. As a result, full-time Division III members beginning next season, which also includes USA South eligibility for postseason tournaments. So the Tornadoes next year will have the chance to qualify for the USA South Conference postseason tournament, and potentially even the NCAA Division III tournament. So a lot of exciting possibilities for both Matheus and JP next fall.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Across all of athletics, but certainly a big opportunity for you guys with men's soccer. Well, back to that regular season. So you guys, the mission was you got to come out with a winning record, and you end up defeating Berea and Huntington by a combined score of 8-1 on that final weekend, and able to propel yourself into that winning record. But hold on, we're not there yet, because you got to attend a watch party of the selection show, and kind of sitting on pins and needles, because there's a bunch of schools trying to get into this ECAC tournament, and not everyone's guaranteed a spot. Do you guys remember gathering in that classroom and then finally getting the word that indeed you had qualified for the ECAC championship tournament?
Yeah, it's like, I know we had like a buffer. We had like a 2-week buffer because we weren't in the US. We couldn't go into the USA South Conference play. And then the rest of the teams in the ECAC were doing their conference tournaments. So like we had a 2-week buffer that we were like training and like watching their games, see who's going to the if they're winning their tournaments, if they're in like if they have a record better than us. I know Coach L made a spreadsheet showing all of us like what their records are and what the chances are that we get in. But really, it came down to meeting in that classroom, and everybody. I was nervous. I wasn't ready to hang up the jersey, and I was ready to give it one last go. And thank God that we got selected to go up to Pennsylvania and play.
Yeah, that was a fun day. I know that took a while for the website to share who were qualified.
A long time.
Hitting refresh quite a bit on that browser.
And we were very excited, and we were very confident. It was fun because everybody was pretty nervous, and whenever the website just released who were the teams, we were just like very happy and very confident very happy for the next weeks.
Coach L was kind of nervous, and like he was trying to open the website after like 5 seconds to like see if you were there, and I know. And when we like saw our college there, we just got like really happy and went back to the field to put the work on and go to Pennsylvania.
I think it was
go ahead, Patrick.
It was the day of whenever we found out. It was like 30 minutes after we found out that we were going to play. He was like, "All right, go to the locker room, get your stuff on. We're going out. We're gonna go training today." So that training session was probably one of the best of the season, because everybody was so focused on getting better and really getting ready for that game.
Outstanding. So a time of preparation, but then a trip up to Chester, Pennsylvania, and not the result you guys were looking for, a tough 1-0 loss, cold conditions up there, certainly, from my vantage point, a bit of a home field advantage for that team up there in Pennsylvania. Not the result you were looking for again, but, certainly a great experience. Can you guys reflect on that trip to Pennsylvania?
Yes, for sure. For sure, it was a great experience for us. But that game was so cold. I think that was the coldest game I ever played in my life. Like, it was so cold. But no excuses. We should have had a better game. We should have worked better to find the opportunities for us. And they found that goal in, I don't know if it was or not, PK, and it just I don't know.
I don't know if they were trying to hold more the ball after the PK. I don't know, but we were better. I know that.
Definitely. Yeah, but other than the game, it was a great experience for all of us, especially the underclassmen or the international students, to get out of the Southeast and make their way up to the North and see how it is up there. And it's definitely a different brand of playing compared to how we are here, more technical here, but they're just kind of more physical. And it was a good battle, but yeah, it's just a great experience all around, I believe.
Well, another question from the women's soccer side of things for Matheus and JP. You practice your goal scoring celebrations, and if so, what is your go-to celebration?
Don't lie. I've watched you guys.
I don't know. I don't know about mine. But of course, like whenever we're training and we score, we make like some celebrations which are pretty funny. But I don't think we would do that on the game. And I think whenever I score, I just try to celebrate with my teammates and maybe with the crowd sometimes if we're here at home. And I just try to enjoy maximum the moment. But I honestly don't practice.
I don't know. For me, like it's kind of the same as I did in against William Peace. I don't know. Always the game is kind of nervous, and I just wanna put like everything out, and I just wanna like just get happier with my teammates. I don't know.
Very good. Well, thank you, Erica Zuffrey, for that question. And I do want to congratulate the women's soccer team at last night's Best Beast, won the award for highest team GPA. So a great honor for that group, and great job by Brevard College women's soccer. Patrick, you touched on this, and I want to bring it back to Matheus and JP. It's a very international roster at Brevard College men's soccer, players from all over the world, including players from South America and Brazil in specific, where Matheus and JP are from. As an international player and as student athletes from the nation of Brazil, what makes Brevard College such a great spot for you guys to play soccer and be students at?
It's definitely a really good experience. It's very different from Brazil for sure. And the soccer here is also played different. And I think Brevard is a really enjoyable place to play with all the connection with the teammates we have, and the season too. And I think it's a good place for us for sure. Like we can enjoy a lot. It's a good experience.
As I always tell my teammates, this place brings me like peaceful. It's always like really, really good to be here, and being a college that I can be close with my teammates and coach makes it like really easier to me being away from home. So that's why I really love here.
And Patrick, as a graduating senior on the cusp of you graduating and reflecting back on your time at Brevard College, what makes Brevard College such a special place and the student athlete experience so exceptional?
I think it's got to be the family atmosphere. Just like going up to anybody and having like a casual conversation, having like the small school environment, but also having the community tied in with it. I know we have the Tornado Club members at like all of our games pretty much, and they know us by our first name. And if we see them out in public, we always have a conversation with them. It's always a great thing. And then just like what we were talking about, the brotherhood of like the team, just like I'm thankful for that. And like literally everybody are like, we fight, we have fun, like, but like we know when to be serious and when to have fun. And it's just like a big family that we'll have each other's back in the long run.
Great. Before we sign off, I want to give you guys each the opportunity to give some thank yous or to give shout outs to, any teammates or friends or people who may be watching back at home. Patrick, we'll stick with you, the graduating senior. The floor is yours. Take as long as you want. Let folks know that you're thinking of them.
All right. Yeah. Thank you to my family. I know you guys are watching, and thank you for pushing me through these 4 years and giving me the best advice and support that I could have. Also, I want to thank everybody at Brevard College giving me the same kind of support and giving me everything I need to get to the next level, as well as giving me opportunities that I believe I would have never have at a different school. Setting me up for my career in the long run, and I feel very good with that. And yeah, I just appreciate everybody, and thank you for sharing this experience with me these past 4 years.
Well said, Patrick. And again, congratulations on your graduation from Brevard College, and really look forward to seeing where your life as a Brevard College alumnus takes you. Matheus, the floor is now yours, my friend. Anybody you'd like to thank or say hi to back home?
Yeah, I want to thank especially my family. My parents are always supporting me, and I'm pretty sure they're watching it right now. I want to thank my teammates. Every teammate since my freshman year, like it made the experience a lot better. And everybody everybody that's gone, all the seniors that graduated, and every single one that left, thank them. Thank the coaches for the support. And I'm excited for next season, for sure.
Well, for me, being my first season, I just want to say thanks for the seniors that makes everything easier here for me. Thanks, Coach L, to bringing me here, and thanks to my dad, to my mom, to my brother, to my sister that are watching me now, always here with me, trying to put me up like every time that I'm kind of sad because I'm away from home. And for the next season, I'm here and I just want to win.
Very good. JP and Matheus, the nice thing about these web-based broadcasts is people could be tuning in from all over the world, and I'm sure people are tuning in from Brazil. Would you like to give a little message in your native Portuguese as well?
You have to.
Yes.
Go for it, JP. Why don't you start?
Pai, mãe, te amo. Valeu por tudo. Vini, valeu pela participação. Tamo junto. E é nóis.
Quero falar que eu amo muito meus pais, minha irmã, meu irmão, todo mundo que tá me assistindo. Só tipo, eu sei o quanto que eu sou grato por ter eles comigo. E eu amo muito eles. E Vinicinho, valeu aí por estar aí com nós. That's all.
Beautiful. Well, we appreciate that. And thank you for whoever's tuning in from all over the world. If you're tuning in from Brazil, we really appreciate you tuning into the broadcast and following Brevard College athletics all season long. Patrick, we'll sign off with you, the graduating senior. Any final thoughts as we, continue this Brevard College Tornado athletic experience forward?
Yeah, I'm ready to see where it goes and ready to see how everybody takes it. I appreciate you, Phil, as well as Joseph, behind the scenes doing everything, and I'm looking forward to sticking around and seeing what everybody has for the next upcoming years.
Very good. Well, men's soccer this season, a very successful year. The first regular season winning record in the program's 11-year stretch versus NCAA competition. We reviewed that remarkable 5-0 win over Maryville, the defending USA South Conference champs. Tornadoes with a man down for so much of that game, but still a 5-0 result, and finished the season strong with the wins when it mattered most, and were able to qualify for that ECAC championship tournament. Congratulations, fellas, on a great year. We'll certainly stay close in touch, and hopefully we'll see you out there at Eisenmel Family Field in no time at all. Thanks again, and thanks for joining this special edition of After the Storm.
Thanks so much.
Thanks,
Thank you for having us.